Wayne Ashton from Bolton, Bob Stewart from Rutherglen in South Lanarkshire, Ken Walker from Kirkintilloch in East Dunbartonshire, Richard Oakley from Whitchurch in Shropshire, Dennis Edwards from Cheshunt in Hertfordshire, Charles Rushton from York, Marion Warburton from Atherton in Greater Manchester, Alan Lerner from Croydon in Surrey, Ian Birch from High Wycombe, Judy Atkinson from Stamford Bridge in Yorkshire, Terry Winfield from Sutton and Ashfield in Nottinghamshire, Christine Ward from Stilton in Cambridgeshire, Tony Davis from Worcester Park in Surrey, Michael De Winter from Oxted in Surrey, and Phil Drackley from Sipson in Middlesex are all here to play 15 to 1, presented by William G. Stewart.
Thank you. Hello, our previous winner today is Bob Stewart from Rutherglen in South Lanarkshire. Welcome back, Bob. 3 empty places on the finals board. There it is, and winning scores above 200 are usually a good bet for the grand final. So let's see if we have another one today. Off we go. And we begin with Wayne Ashton from Bolton. Wayne, which BBC newsreader said in June, when announcing his decision to leave the 10 o'clock news, "By November, I will have presented the main evening news more than 4,000 times. It's more than enough"?
Trevor MacDonald.
Michael Burke. Bob, please. How many letters are there in the Greek alphabet?
23.
24. Ken, please. France. What in the Bois de Boulogne in Paris are Longchamp and Auteuil?
Racecourses.
Richard, please. Human anatomy. What are anchored in place by the periodontal ligaments?
Feet.
The teeth. Dennis, please. European capital cities. At over 60 degrees north, which is the most northerly national capital city on mainland Europe?
Oslo.
Helsinki. Charles, annual music festivals. Which annual music event featuring Irish, Celtic and international music, and first held in 1990, takes place in June at Finsbury Park in London?
I have no idea.
The Flower, the Irish festival. Marion, please. Who holds the position of Chief Rabbi in the United Kingdom?
Jonathan Sachs.
Yes, Dr. Jonathan Sachs. Alan, please. The United States. Which branch of the US Armed Services, founded in 1775, comprises soldiers who serve at sea and also in special missions on land and in the air?
No, I'm sorry.
The Marine Corps. Ian, please. Literature and poems. The name, please, of the witch in Robert Burns' Tam O'Shanter, who grabs the tail of Tam's horse?
Nancy.
Nanny. Judy, please. The arts. The writer and broadcaster Joan Bakewell is the chair of the BFI. What does BFI stand for?
British Film Industry.
No, British Film Institute. And Terry, please. The animal world. The common name, please, for the Canis lupus.
The wolf.
And Christine, please. Politics in the UK. 2 former leaders of the Labour Party do not have seats in the House of Commons nor the House of Lords. Either of the two, please.
Michael Foot.
Yes, and Neil Kinnock. Tony, please. Ancient Rome. By what single name was the Roman poet Quintus Horatius Flaccus known? His famous works include odes, satires and epistles.
Horace.
Yes, Horace. Michael, please. Fine wines. Claret is a term used in Britain for red wine that traditionally comes from which French wine-growing region?
Burgundy.
Bordeaux. And Phil, please. The term uxoricide means the killing of whom?
Cloris.
A wife. Wayne, your second question. If someone is making a peroration, what are they doing? Making a speech, normally a summing up. Bob, please. Classical music. Of which major British orchestra is the Finn Sakari Aramo the principal conductor?
The Harley.
The City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra. Ken? Towns and cities. Which town in Hertfordshire was founded in 1903 as the world's first so-called garden city?
Welland.
Letchworth. Richard, please. Radio 4. Which member of Radio 4's Today team left the programme this year after working as a presenter on the show for 18 years?
Sue McGregor.
Dennis, please. Children's books. In which book by the child author Daisy Ashford is Mr. Saltina described as an elderly man of 42?
Mr. Tom.
The Young Visitors. Charles, history. Which Venetian explorer, who served Kublai Khan for 17 years, wrote a famous account of his travels while he was a prisoner for a year in Genoa at the end of the 13th century?
Marco Polo.
And Mariam, please. Science. Which element associated with the computer industry has the symbol SI?
Silicon.
Yes, silicon. Alan, please. Sport. Hanger straight, the Abbey curve and maggots are features of which famous British sports circuit? Silverstone. Ian, please. Ships. What sort of cargo does a ship known as a ULCC carry?
It's a container carrier.
But what sort of cargo? I need a cargo. Quickly.
Ore.
No, it's oil. It means ultra-large crude carrier. Judy, please. Scotland. Which loch, an arm of the Firth of Clyde and extending north from the Sound of Bute, has long been famous for its herring fisheries?
Lomond.
Loch Fyne. Terry, please. Asian political families. Solomon Bandaranaike and his wife Sirimavo are past prime ministers, and their daughter Chandrika Kumaratunga is president of which Asian country?
Sri Lanka.
Christine, please. Literature and famous opening lines. What's it going to be then, eh? That's the opening line to which novel by Anthony Burgess, later a controversial film directed by Stanley Kubrick?
A Clockwork Orange.
Tony, please. Food and drink. What's the main ingredient of sauerkraut?
Cabbage.
And Michael, please. Geography. In terms of area, Brazil is the largest country in South America. Which is the second largest country in South America?
Argentina.
And Phil, still Brazil. What's the main unit of currency in Brazil?
Escudo.
The real. That was pretty tough. It's 7 down, 8 to go. And those 7 must now leave us. And Laura, please.
And those eliminated are Wayne Ashton, Bob Stewart, Dennis Edwards, Alan Lerner, Ian Birch, Judy Atkinson and Phil Drackley. And the remaining 8 contestants, 4 still have their 3 lives intact.
We start round 2 with Ken at number 3. The first correct answer we can start nominating. And Ken, we begin with music. Which Italian tenor and football fan plans to retire on his 70th birthday in 2005, making the 2002 Three Tenors World Cup concert his last?
Pavarotti.
Yes, Luciano Pavarotti. And onwards, please.
14.
And Michael, please. Politics. Ray Mallon, a controversial former police superintendent nicknamed Robocop, became the first directly elected mayor of which town in the north of England earlier this year?
Manchester.
Middlesbrough. Again, please, Ken, a number?
13.
Language, Tony. What name is given to the diacritic mark used in the French language which changes the sound of a C to an S sound before a vowel?
Circumflex.
Cedilla, that little thing under the letter. Again,
12.
please.
12.
And Christine, please. Organisations. Which world-famous incorporated society began in a Thameside coffee house in the city of London in the 17th century, where its owner provided reliable shipping news?
Lloyd's.
And the number, please, Christine.
4, please.
Richard, music and nicknames. Old Timber was the nickname of the British conductor who co-founded the Promenade Concerts. What's his proper name?
Henry Wood.
Yes, Sir Henry Wood. A number, Richard.
It's 14.
Sport and rugby union, Michael. Which rugby union team defeated West Country rivals Bristol Shoguns to win the 2002 Zurich Championship final?
Gloucester.
And a number, please.
7, please.
In a pack of playing cards, which suit is generally marked with a conventional representation of a trefoil leaf?
Clubs.
And a number, please.
11.
Terry, newspapers. Christopher Tookie writes on films, Peter Patterson writes television reviews, Jeff Powell writes on sport. In which national daily newspaper?
The Telegraph.
The Daily Mail. Mariam, please.
6.
Politics. India, Charles. Who was the father of Indira Gandhi, India's former Prime Minister?
Pandit Nehru.
Yes, he was. A number, please, Charles.
12.
Christine, please. Astronomy. Charon is the natural satellite of which planet in our solar system?
Mars.
Pluto. Again, please.
14.
Television, Michael. Which daytime television presenter on BBC One was formerly a lecturer at Liverpool University and Member of Parliament for Ormskirk and later Knowsley North?
Kilroy Silk.
And a number, please.
4, please.
And Richard, please. Roman Britain. Which city and county town in Cumbria stands close to the western end of Hadrian's Wall and dates from the Roman settlement of Laguvalium?
Carlisle.
Yes, Carlisle.
6.
Charles, please. Films. The subtitle, please, of Star Wars Episode 2, released this year.
The Journey Continues.
Attack of the Clones. Again, Richard.
11.
Still Star Wars, Terry. And which British actor plays the Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars Episode 2, a part played by Alec Guinness in the original film?
McEwen.
Ewan McGregor. Again, please.
13.
Trees and botany, Tony. To which genus of trees and shrubs do the sycamore, maple and box elder all belong?
I've no idea.
Acer. Again, please, Richard.
14.
And Michael, please. On which river does the city of Hereford lie?
The Severn.
The Wye. Again, please.
3.
Flags, please, Ken. What name is given to the flag which represents the British sovereign, whether king or queen?
Royal Standard.
Yes, the Royal Standard. A number, please.
11.
Terry, please. Politics. Charles Kennedy is the parliamentary party leader of the Lib Dems. Who is the party president?
David Steele.
Lord Dalacchia. Again, please.
12.
Christine, please. Religion. Eid al-Adha is an annual Muslim festival marking the end of a pilgrimage to which city?
Mecca.
A number, please, Christine.
4.
The Internet, Richard. The name, please, of the Internet company headed by Martha Lane Fox and Brent Hoberman, which was launched on the stock market with much publicity in 2000.
Let'sbuyit.com.
Sorry?
Let'sbuyit.com.
No. Lastminute.com. Again, please.
6.
And Charles, please. Science. Which specific temperature is the only one to be the same on the Fahrenheit and Celsius scales? Minus 40 degrees. Again, please, Christine.
7.
Mariam, the holders of which office in the 1950s and 60s became respectively the Earl of Avon and the Earl of Stockton?
The Prime Ministers.
Yes, indeed. Eden and Macmillan. Again, please.
13.
Legal terms, Tony. What does the verb to empanel mean? To empanel.
Put someone on a jury.
Yes, it does. It means to choose and swear in jurors, yeah? Select a jury.
3, please.
And Ken, please. Food and drink. Bindi, gumbo or lady's fingers. Alternative names for which vegetable particularly used in Eastern cuisine?
Okra.
And number, please, Ken.
7.
Mathematics, Marion. What name, after an English logician, is given to diagrams of overlapping circles to represent the relations between sets?
Venn.
And number, please, Marion.
12.
Christine, ships in the sea. On board ship, what aid to safety would be found suspended from davits?
The lifeboats.
And number, please.
4, please.
Word connections, Richard. Which word connects a French royal dynasty and a chocolate-flavoured biscuit?
Marie Antoinette.
Bourbon. Again, please.
3.
And Ken, please. Science. In computing, MIPS, M-I-P-S, is a measure of the speed of a processor. What is MIPS an acronym for?
Haven't a clue.
Million instructions per second. Again, Christine.
13, please.
Tony, Lundy, the marine nature reserve in the Bristol Channel, is part of which English county?
Avon and Somerset.
Devon. There you are. We did get there. It is 12 down, 3 to go. And after the break, Ken Walker from Kirkintilloch in East Dunbartonshire, Marion Warburton from Atherton in Greater Manchester, and Christine Ward from Stilton in Cambridgeshire will be here for the final. Do please join us.
Three surviving contestants in today's 15-1 final are Ken Walker, a retired insurance agent from Kirkintilloch in East Dunbartonshire. He retired 3 years ago and enjoys rugby union, flat green bowling and seeing his 2 grandchildren. Marion Warburton, a retired teacher from Atherton in Greater Manchester. She took early retirement and has since got an honours degree in history and literature. She now attends yoga and art classes and looks after her newly acquired kitten. And Christine Ward, a part-time research student from Stilton in Cambridgeshire. She is studying 19th century American children's literature at the University of East Anglia, and her other interests are gardening and her 2 dogs.
Thank you. Welcome back. Ken, Marion and Christine, put your fingers on the buzzers. Off we go. Business and the media. Much in the news earlier this year over a political donation to the Labour Party, the name, please, of the owner of Express newspapers. Richard Desmond. Heads of state. Which president still serving is credited by Guinness World Records as being the longest serving ruler of a republic? He's been there since 1959 and having made the longest speech at the United Nations, 4 hours and 29 minutes. Ken?
Castro.
Yes, Fidel Castro. Films. Which Hollywood star, known as the King of Hollywood, was Howard Hughes describing when he said, "That man's ears make him look like a taxi cab with both doors open"? Christine?
Clark Gable.
Yes. In other respects, he was okay, wasn't he? In which sport, other than horse racing, are there events called the Cesarewitch, the St. Leger, the Grand National, the Oaks and the Derby? Christine?
Greyhound racing.
Indeed, yes, on we go, please. Which television writer, her credits include Solo, The Liver Birds and Butterflies, runs the Animal Line Sanctuary in West Sussex? Marion?
Carla Lane.
Yes, and a jolly worth a visit it is too. And on we go. Literature and films. The eponymous villain of which James Bond novel and film has the first name Auric? Marion?
Goldfinger.
Indeed, on we go. Which European country has land borders with France, Switzerland, Austria and Slovenia? Italy. British politics. Apart from William Hague, who was the only leader of the Conservative Party during the 20th century not to become Prime Minister, though his half-brother later did? Austin Chamberlain. Will you please look at this and tell me very precisely what is indicated by that clothes care symbol? Ken?
Dry clean only.
No, do not dry clean. Fingers back on the buzzers, please. Royal Broadcasting. Since the Queen's accession, what makes the year 1969 unique in the broadcasting of the Royal Christmas message? Christine?
It was the first year it was on television.
There wasn't one. The documentary Royal Family was repeated instead. Psychology. Renowned for his theories on the workings of the human psyche, who admitted that, quote, "The question I have not yet been able to answer despite my 30 years of research into the feminine soul is, what does a woman want?" Sigmund Freud. Sports venues and football. The venue for the 1994 World Cup final, and with a seating capacity of 90,000, the Rose Bowl is a major sports stadium in which country? Ken?
US.
Indeed, the United States. Still the USA. Alaska is the northernmost state on the Pacific coast, which is the northernmost state on the Atlantic coast of the USA. No? Maine. Numbers and government. England 71, Wales 5, Scotland 8, Northern Ireland 3. What's that about? And Marion?
Members of the European Parliament.
Indeed, yes, MEPs. 3 correct answers, and question or nominate.
Ken.
Human anatomy. Polydactyly is a congenital deformity associated with extra what on the human body?
Fingers.
Yes, or toes. And onwards, Ken?
Marion.
Marion, the Roman Catholic Church. In which part of the Vatican does the Conclave of Cardinals meet to elect a new pope?
The Sistine Chapel.
Question or nominate?
Christine.
Christine, look at this, please, and tell me. This Essex batsman is the current England cricket captain. What's his name?
Nasser Hussain.
Question or nominate?
Ken, please.
Furniture making. What name is given to a thin decorative covering of fine wood applied to the surface of a coarser wood or other material?
Veneer.
Question or nominate?
Marion.
Mariam, foreign dynasties. The royal family of which Asian country is the longest reigning dynasty in the world, the present ruler being 125th in succession?
Japan.
And on we go, please.
Christine.
Poetry and poets. His first wife drowned in a London park. He drowned off Livorno in Italy in 1822. Which romantic poet?
Shelley.
Question or nominate?
Ken, please.
Historical quotations, Ken. That the English church shall be free. A stipulation from the first clause of which 13th century document?
Magna Carta.
Question or nominate?
Christine.
Christine, what type of vegetable is a scallion?
A kind of onion.
Question or nominate?
Marion, please.
Marion, which European country traditionally sends a Christmas tree to London each year as an expression of thanks for British help during World War II?
Norway.
Question or nominate?
Ken.
Ken, French literature. The author, please, of the 1942 novel published in English as The Outsider, which opens with the lines, "Mother died today," or maybe it was yesterday.
No clue.
Albert Camus. Again, please, Marion.
Christine.
Look at this, please, and tell me, Christine. Anagrams. Lithe axe is an appropriate anagram of the name of which particular sport? A series of disciplines. Athletics. Again, please, Marion.
Ken.
Ken, please. What word used to refer to a particular ancient writing system comes from two Greek words meaning sacred and carve?
Cuneiform.
Hieroglyphics. Marion, question or nominate?
Christine.
Christine, comedy songs. I'm Walking Backwards for Christmas, Blood Knocks Rock and Roll Call, and the Ying Tong Song. Three silly songs by which comedy group?
The Goons.
And question or nominate?
Marion, please.
Marion, English law. What term is used in English law to refer to the particular name or design which identifies a product which has been registered by the maker and cannot be used by others?
Copyright.
Trademark. Again, please.
Marion again, please.
Marion, art and history. Oliver Cromwell is said to have told the artist Peter Lely to paint him warts and all. Which monarch is later reported to have told Lely, odds fish, I am an ugly fellow?
I don't know.
Charles II. Christine again, please.
Marion again, please.
Spain, Marion. Spain's Costa Verde. How does that translate into English?
The Green Coast.
Question or nominate?
Christine.
Which service, Christine, usually unsolicited, would a squeegee merchant provide for a motorist?
Washing the windscreen.
And question or nominate?
Marion, please.
Medicine. Consumption is a former name for which disease?
Tuberculosis.
And question or nominate?
Christine.
Look at this, Christine, and tell me. This writer and broadcaster, now best known for his work as an opera director, was knighted this year. What's his name?
Jonathan Miller.
Question or nominate?
Marion, please.
Card games, Marion. In the game of poker, what is a flush?
Is it a run of cards? Continuous numbers?
No. It's when all the cards are of the same suit. You have to believe this? Well, young Christine, that was a ding-dong battle you there had with Marion, wasn't it?
It was.
82, your score, 1 life left, and there are 6 questions left. The High IQ Society Mensa. What does the Latin word mensa mean?
Table.
Whom or what did Walt Disney claim he loved more than any woman he'd ever known?
Marilyn Monroe.
Mickey Mouse. There you are, 92, position number 9 on the finals board. How did you ever link Walt Disney with Marilyn Monroe? Come and join us again sometime.
Thank you.
Well done. Stay there, don't you? That's it for today, but before we go, in case you fancy a go at 15 to 1, here are the addresses to write to. 15 to 1, PO Box 273, London W1A 6EH, postcards only please, or by email to 15to1@channel4.com. And if you have been on before, please indicate when on your postcard or email. Our audition centres are at Edinburgh, Glasgow, Newcastle upon Tyne, Carlisle, Belfast, York, Manchester, Liverpool, Dublin, Derby, Shrewsbury, Norwich, Birmingham, Aberystwyth, Cambridge, Oxford, London, Swansea, Bristol, Redhill, Ashford in Kent, Southampton, Poole and Plymouth. And we look forward to hearing from you. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.
Live at 5 today, Richard and Judy ask, why are women having such a bad time giving birth in British hospitals? That's coming up after Countdown, which is next. You're on 4 Daytime.